Hey guys, it's Venom here with an updated deck profile slash discussion and description and, how this deck works and all that stuff. I'm bringing back my TG Gusto deck, and by request, I will be doing an explanation of the whole deck and how exactly it works and how exactly you're supposed to run it. Of course, these are by my standards. If you find that the deck works better in a different playstyle, please let me know. And guys, for the, I forgot who the channel name is, but I will post it in the description below. But he gets a free shout out because he is giving me ideas for my channel and not just sitting there watching my videos and not even liking or disliking, not doing anything. I really need you guys' feedback, and he's going to kind of lead you guys with the feedback. He's been giving me the most feedback, if I remember correctly. If I'm going to look back on all of them right now and all my people who have actually given me good, constructive criticism on how I can do my channel better or anything like that. I will be giving those guys a shout out in the next video that I will make, which will be for my Inzectors. I plan on doing a remake of them for my Pojo, for a link from my Pojo account, so be expecting that. But let's go ahead and jump into this because this is probably going to take a little while. For the main deck has changed a little bit since you guys last saw it. It's still got the 3 TG Rush Rhinos because this is your main beat stick, as I said in the other video. Whenever he dies, you get to search out any of your TGs other than himself. So basically, if you watch my other video, this deck just cycles over. You kill one of them, another one's going to pop out. So now, a general playstyle with this guy is, if you have him in opening hand, you're generally not going to summon him if you're going first, but if you're going second, you're probably going to summon it. Unless you have like a TG1 EM1 and a Horn of the Phantom Beast, you're not going to summon this most times. Anyways, as soon as it dies, you get a TG Warwolf or a TG Striker, which could lead to some pretty nasty combos. TG Warwolf, you can special summon it when a level 4 lower monster is special summoned on the field. They special summon their wind-up rat or whatever from the deck. You go pop! Guess what? You don't get to drop it from my hand with your wind-up or hunter loop here. And then when they special summon their Inzector Centipede, you go pop! One more monster you have to worry about. And if you destroy it, I get to search out another TG at the end of the turn. TG Warwolf, when it dies, you can either search out Rush Rhinos or your one TG Striker. TG Striker is really good. It's a free special summon tuner. It's a Cyber Dragon in the form of a tuner, and it's a little bit weaker, obviously. It allows you to access, very easily access 4-star synchros, 5-star synchros, and 6-star synchros. Those are the synchros it generally accesses the most and the easiest. That's it for the TG engine, and for those of you, since I'm doing an explanation on the whole deck, I'm figuring that most of you aren't going to need this, but I'm going to explain why you run these guys. Obviously TG Striker's at 1 and the others are 3, otherwise I would run TG Striker at 2 and the others at 3 still. Even if this was unlimited, I would still only run 2 of it. Anyways, out of this, you make combos. Special summon that, then special summon that, then synchro summon. Pretty simple there. You can also special summon that, and then normal summon this, and synchro with all 3 of them for a super awesome, I believe that is a 6, 7, 8, 9-star synchro, yep. So you can synchro for this dude. Sorry, no you can't. You can use another 4-star monster there, but really good access with synchros with these 3. This guy, whenever he attacks, he adds 400 attack to his attack, so basically he becomes a 2000 attack beat stick whenever he declares an attack. And that combined with one of the trap cards that turn into an equip spell basically makes it a 2800 beat stick, which is pretty awesome for a 4-star monster that can be normal summoned with no cost. Next up for the Gustos, you run 1 Windar, Sage of Gusto. It's more of a personal tech. You can use it to basically access instant 9-star synchros, in other words an instant Hyper Psychic Blaster. You can special summon him using your Gusto Thunderbolt. That's pretty much all he's in there. He's pretty strong. 2000 is pretty strong for this deck. Then you got 4 Cam, the Serenity of Gusto. This is basically in there to recycle your Gustos back. Since you want your creatures to die, you also want them to go back into the deck. So use this, you cycle two of them back into the deck, and then draw a card, which is always nice. Draw power is also amazing. So for just 1 normal summon, you get to put in 2 cards from your graveyard back to your deck, and then you also get to draw a card. That's a pretty awesome plus there. I would love that plus in almost any situation. Unless I have a better, faster play that will save me quicker, I will generally play that. And it can also be special summoned through Gusto Eagle dying, or being killed. So now, Gusto Thunderbolt, whenever it dies, at the end of the turn, you can banish one Gusto monster from your graveyard, including himself, and you get special summon one level 4 lower psychic, or one wind psychic type monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck, which basically is all your level 4 lower psychic wins, which is basically Winda, Cam, and Windar. Then you got 3 Windas. Basically, when this dies, you pull out either one of your 3 Gusto Guldos or Gusto Eagles. Now, when Gusto Guldo dies, you pull out Winda. So these two pull each other out for sure every time. This one can only pull that one out. Or, this one can pull out these two, this one can pull out these two, and this one can pull out this and all your other Windas in the deck. So basically, it's just a huge cycle. Once one of them dies, you just pull out another one. These 6 right here, everything but the Guldos, have to be destroyed by battle. These 3, or the Gusto Guldos, just have to be destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So, basically it just cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles. And then with the spells and Cam, you recycle the cards right back into the deck. Hold on, I'm gonna get out all the cards I'm gonna need to show you guys examples of everything here. So, sorry for this little downtime right here. But anyways, next up is 3 Contact with Gusto. It's basically your MST, and whenever you use it, you target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. You return the 2 Gustos engraved back to your deck, so it's basically a Cam, except you don't get the draw. But then instead of drawing, you destroy the card on your opponent's side of the field that you targeted, which is always really good. It's pretty much the MST for this deck. 2 Gusto Guldos, the exact same thing as Contact with Gusto, or Quillpin of Guldos, sorry. Anyways, it does the exact same thing as Contact with Gusto, except it returns the targeted opponent's card to hand instead of destroying it. So it's not quite as good, so therefore you don't want to run as many of it, but you need to run as much recycling as possible. Pot of Avarice, pretty obvious, it recycles, it's kind of in here. 2 Creature Swaps, new addition. Creature Swap is basically the same as TG1EM1, except I can use with my Gusto Guldos, or Gustos in general. Horn of the Phantom Beast, all your Wing Beasts, or your Beast and Beast Warriors, which is basically your TG stuff and some of your Synchros. These can be equipped with these and make them more powerful. I would run 3 of those, but I obviously don't have enough of the Beast/Beast Warriors to need them. Next is 2 TG1EM1, the trap version of Creature Swap, and only my TGs can be hit with it, but it's still a really good card. 3-Dimensional Prison, really good in opening hands, and it saves your butt so much, because they attack and you just deprison it. 2 Bottomless, better than Compulse, considering that they can't call priority on Bottomless. 2 Torrential Tributes, are a really good card, should be in any deck. Now for I'm not going to show the Synchros because I've already shown them. If you want to see them, go to the past video. Now I'm going to do a general explanation of the deck. Hold on as I organize these out here. Alright, we're going to start off with the opening hand that you might get. Let's say you start off with a Gusto Guldo, a TG Striker, a TG Werewolf. No, you're not starting off with Rush Rhino. A Contact with Gusto, and a Creature Swap. And then you draw for your turn and you get, say, a Dimensional Prison. This is a pretty decent opening hand. Now what you can do with this hand is, here, I'm laying this out to where both of us can see it. I believe you guys can see this. But anyways, this is your hand down here. What you would do is, let's say they went first. You special summon that onto your field, right? And then now you can special summon that onto your field. And now you can set your Gusto Guldo. And you can either 6-star or 7 or 5-star Synchro with this field, but I would do the safe 5-star Synchro. Synchro with these 2. Get out your TG Hyper Librarian so you can set up for future Synchro summons that will give you extra attack pretty much, or give you extra draw power. Then you set your Dimensional Prison. And in this case, since they went first, I would have actually summoned Gusto Guldo in attack mode since you have Creature Swap. Activate Creature Swap, give them your Gusto Guldo in attack, and then take their monster and attack your Gusto Guldo. Your Gusto Guldo will go to the grave, and from your deck you will special summon a Cam. Wait, no, not a Cam, sorry. You can only special summon this chick. You would special summon Winda. Winda goes to defense. They lose some life points from you attacking their Gusto Guldo that you switch to them, and now you have a 2-star and whatever monster you stole. Say it's a Thunder King. Now they attack, they dimensional prison, stuff like that. General stuff like that, and then whenever you get 2 Gustos in your graveyard, you do that, destroy a card on their field, and return the stuff to the deck. That's a general opening play for you. Can't really think of much else to really explain to you guys, because it really should, the whole deck is kind of self-explanatory in its whole. Just read the card effects, read what they do, play it once or twice, and just basically play the cards, and then do what they say that you need to do. And it should pretty much just turn out the way it turns out. So for the guy who asked for me to requested for this kind of a video, tell me if you think I did a good job. Tell me if you wanted a little bit more in-depth explanation or not. Tell me if that was good enough. Stuff like that. If you enjoyed the video, rate, comment, and subscribe. And the more feedback I get, remember guys, the more feedback I get, the more videos like this you will get. Instead of just a whole lot, like basically I'm just going to release deck profiles, deck profile, deck profile, deck profile, couple duels here and there, until you guys suggest me to do particular things. When you suggest for me to focus on just Inzektors, I will focus on just Inzektors. When you guys tell me that, oh, Inzektors are bad, don't focus on them anymore, focus on something else, I will do these kind of things. Of course, I'm only going to focus on decks that I can actually obtain in real life. It's really annoying, in my opinion, for me at least, because I don't have the screen recording stuff for Dueling Network, so I don't like recording stuff from Dueling Network, so trying to stay away from those. So just rate, comment, subscribe, and give me some suggestions. See you in the next video.